Alrighty, folks, this video is not going to be of very much entertainment value, but I'm making this because I found a similar video and it was helpful for me, so I wanted to just go ahead and do something similar, just to pass on information and maybe get a little bit of engagement, a little bit of conversation going, and just share my story for anybody who might be going through something similar. So, a little over a month ago, I severed my flexor tendon and digital nerve in my thumb, my left thumb, and I'm about 5 weeks post operation, and I kind of wanted to talk about what the last 5 weeks has been like, where I am now, and I think what I'm going to do is probably post monthly or periodic updates, just so that in the future, somebody who may be going through the same thing, unfortunately, can see what recovery looks like and kind of gauge some expectations. So this is the finger right here, and at 5 weeks, it's the skin is for the most part healed. 5 weeks ago, out of the operation, my thumb basically looked like a burnt hot dog. It was really disgusting to look at. I'm not going to show pictures of how that looked, but going back, I by accident nearly lost my finger with a machete. So I cut halfway through the finger. I severed the flexor tendon on this side, which is what allows your fingers to close, and the digital nerve. Every finger has two nerves in it, and I'm not exactly sure what nerve does what, but I think there's a nerve that goes on the top and a nerve that goes on the bottom. Pictures kind of make it look like the nerves go on the sides, but I don't really know. Not going to get into it. So, anyways, yeah, so you can see here, I cut it basically straight across there. And then when they did the surgery, they actually had to cut all the way down to here, make kind of an S shape going across, and then cut all the way up here. So, and then they kind of peeled my finger open like a box. And that's where they were able to do the repairs. So today I have a titanium, it's like a little screw, they call it an anchor, that they use to reattach the tendon. So there was only like a little stub of the tendon left. This is where it connects to the finger, and the rest of the tendon had gone down into my hand. So they had to extract that. They had to pull it all the way back up, and they had to reattach it here, stitch that together. And then the nerve also lives somewhere in this area. I think it's over here, but I don't really know. And they stitched the nerve back together as well. Also, with that anchor, they had to cut straight across here, across the top of my knuckle, and I think that just gave them access to tie the stitches off. I'm not really sure. I wasn't awake for that, but that was a 5.5 hour operation. So after coming out of surgery, my hand was immobilized using this splint, thermoplastic splint, which they molded to my hand. It was basically splinted in this position in order to relieve the tension on the flexor tendons. As you can see, my fingers are straight right now. As you curve back, your fingers will curve. So you wanted to take the tension off of it. So my hand had to be like this. And it's pretty much been immobilized for the past 4 to 5 weeks. What that's done is, just being in this position, it's made everything weaker in my hand. My entire hand is weaker. I don't have very much strength here in this hand. I can't grip things even if my thumb was working. My hand is extremely weak right now. All of my joints are swollen. My arthritis has expanded exponentially, so the entire process has been painful. Down here where your tendons actually run, all of this was swollen and very irritating. It was very painful even to do this. My wrist is extremely weak. I can't support my weight. If I wanted to get out of this chair and do this is very painful. So that's kind of the cascading effect that's all had. Now, as far as my thumb goes, I think one of the biggest issues I'm dealing with now is swelling and inflammation. We'll go back to the recovery. I would say about 3 weeks, the skin started to peel off. So like all the skin has come off of my thumb. That kind of lasted for about a week, maybe 2 weeks. And that's why my thumb looks the way it does now. It was really nasty looking before. What else? Recovery wise, it's been pretty much for 4 weeks. It was extremely painful. a lot of weird, strange pains, shooting sensations, tingling, all kinds of things. It kind of leveled off within the past week, due to the nerve damage. Sensation-wise, immediately after the injury, I didn't really have sensation from this half of my finger over. Nothing over here on this side. Immediately after the surgery, after they sewed the nerve back together, I did start to get some sensation here, which was very interesting. It doesn't feel normal, but there's something here. Along my fingertip here, it's still completely numb. I don't know whether that's due to the surgery or due to the injury or due to both. I don't really know. But there's basically no sensation here going on. But I feel like sensation has increased a little bit since day one, right along here. So that's nerve damage wise. Yeah. So even though my thumb doesn't look horrible now, where we're at is there's extreme amount of swelling. You probably can't tell here, but my thumbs don't look the same anymore. They used to look the same. And this is as far as I'm able to push my thumb. And it's not stopping because it's painful. It is painful, but it's stopping because it's just it's a hard stop right there. I think that's due to the swelling in this joint. This joint is just not allowing it to bend anymore. This joint is also extremely swollen. So I'm double jointed in my hands. This is what my thumb normally looks like. I can bend it all the way back like that. I can push it back. This thumb, if I wanted to give you a thumbs up, that's all you're going to get. And yeah, I can't push it back anymore. So, that's the status of that. Yeah, so it doesn't go back anymore. It doesn't come down anymore. This was not affected, fortunately, so I'm still able to do that. And as far as movement goes, one of the exercises they have me doing in therapy is to hold here and try to bend the tip. If I was doing it properly, it would look like that. One of the challenges that I'm having is it moves so little when I try to do that. I almost can't even tell if I'm able to move this, on its own when I hold it. So I don't know. The doctor says it's moving. Sometimes I think it's moving. Other times I don't really think it's moving. But long story short is my thumb doesn't do that anymore at 5 weeks. So the doctors have told me that I should expect a full recovery within 5 months. I'm very, very skeptical at this point. I've had much lesser injuries that have taken years to heal. So, it's just a very, very frustrating process, of being helpless, having very limited use of my left hand. That's severely impacted my life, especially mentally. I'm a person that uses my hands a lot, and in my hobbies and everything. And yeah, I'm probably going to end up having to give up everything that, actually brings me enjoyment. So, that's where we are right now. And like I said, I kind of wanted to just document my recovery, and probably going to try to post some periodic videos, maybe a month, maybe 2 months. I'm not sure. If something happens and I make some progress, I'll post that. But if you're a doctor, a medical person, if this has happened to you, if you have any questions, definitely, like I said, let's get some engagement going down in the comments, because it's just I want to share information and also want to gain information. I definitely do talk to my doctors. They talk like doctors. And anyways, yeah, so I just kind of want to get the conversation going and hopefully help somebody out. And be smart with your hands, guys. Don't end up like this. So that's about it. And I'll catch you on the next one.